Yes, it's that time of the month where we talk about the current NAV and the mNAV and why and when I think Bitmine will go to 250, the whole roadmap, how it's calculated and back, all numbers here in this video.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
Welcome to a brand new video. If you don't know who I am an early Bitmine investor. Yes, as you can tell, beside my other great investments that I shared here on this channel over the last 6 years, you know, Tesla at $17, average down to $6, and made life-changing money, not only for me, but also for all my subscribers that bought apartments and houses. And I have a brand new product that is extenddaytrading.com, where we trade even for you on daily basis. And you don't have to be in front of the computer the whole day. You don't have to learn any strategies. You just switch on our software and then you get all the trades automatically into your broker. If you are having $10,000, we think that we can grow it by 8 to 15%. And this is how it would look like. We think that you would be at the end of the 12 months at around like 58,000. So make sure to check out and schedule a call with me personally on extenddaytrading.com. Now, let's dive into the road to $250 and the current mNAV and the NAV of Bitmine. We know that they're actually not sharing this metrics for a very long time, which I don't like. I think it's fair and transparent for a company to share this because it's the most important metric. And I think that they are not disclosing it because it's not so pretty right now, okay? But it doesn't mean that they will not grow, okay? This just means that they are actually thinking that this could kind of scare investors and institutions. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm not in the head of Tom Lee. I love Tom Lee to the bullish hair that he has, but I think that this is something to improve. You know, and every company can improve themselves in front of their investors. Now, let's dive in. So they have about 2.8 million Ethereum tokens, which are represented somewhere around like at $4,350 per token. Then they have obviously their 192 Bitcoin that they're valued around like $121,500. Then they have the orb stake, which they have already a 655% profit on, and actually the stake is worth about like $150 million. Then they have around like 456 million in cash, and that means that they have around like 12.96 billion US dollars in NAV. Divided by the highest share count that I could find, which is 313 million shares, that it's enough per share of 41.4. Okay, so that means that if we have the mNAV, or when we calculate the mNAV, the current share price of 60 divided by 41.4, we are trading at around like 1.45, so like a 45% premium for all of what they are doing, right? Actively managing it, you know, the hype around Tom Lee and managed by Tom Lee, the moonshots, the growth potential, all of that is essentially the premium. Now, we know that the premium can go quite crazy from the chart of MicroStrategy. But let's go one step back. In September, the mNAV was about 1.26 because they had more NAV per share. And this is exactly the point. I think they don't disclose the NAV anymore because it's sometimes going down. If they buy less Ethereum and the shares count grow, then obviously they are reducing the NAV a little bit. And in a period of October, they maybe think, oh, you know, that will be not nicely consumed by the market and so on. So I think that this is the strategy behind it, but let's see what they do. Now, the most important, let's look into the outlook, okay? For the outlook, I have presented for you and we have created for you a couple of things. First, for every month, I have 2 price targets for Ethereum. As you can see, the price targets are by all means no crazy at all. Okay, so for example, October somewhere between $5,000 to $6,000 per ETH, then November $6,000 to $8,000, and December 8, which I think is more realistic, to 12,000 Ethereum, which is the price target of Tom Lee. Now, as you can see, then you have the NAV, then you have the NAV per share, and then you have the 1.44% mNAV. Okay, then I think I wanted to give you also the 2 other options. Option number 2 is essentially that the mNAV will be double as high. If we have a huge spike, also Bitmine will spike and increase the value of the mNAV. And so the second column here on the right side, you can see that the stock price with a mNAV of 2.66, and then also the maximum mNAV of MicroStrategy, the 4 mNAV, and then you see the prices there as well. Okay. Now, as you can see, the $12,000 is the Tom Lee target, and my target actually is somewhere for the end of the year, somewhere between like 8 to 12,000 with the mNAV of 2.66. I think that the stock market will do really well in the end of the year. Plus, crypto will do very good in the end of the year. Bitcoin will do very good in the year, and Ethereum will go very good in the end of the year. Okay, so with that, the mNAV should go much higher than just 1.44. Okay, we have seen that also from September to October, the mNAV went higher because even the people don't care that much. They just want to be part of it. And I think that you can see, because the October is usually good for crypto, this premium is increasing. Okay. And this is, I think, the main reasons for the mNAV being higher than in September, for example. Now, I still believe everything below 2 mNAV is crazy cheap, okay, for this company and for the growth potential. Now, as you can see, the price targets for 4 mNAV could be even between, in the end of the year, 295 to 444. But, that's my conservative price target, between $196 to $295. When we meet in the middle, we are somewhere at around 250. This is my end year target for Bitmine. This means 5x from here, okay? And if you want to have 5x trades on daily basis, then check out also xnDayTrading.com, because there we're trading options which can go, 10, 20, 100, 200% in a very short term. And we are trading them all automatically for you. If you're at $10,000 or more, check out xnDayTrading.com. We have very limited spaces every single month because we are very exclusive, and we want to make sure we are very dedicated to each of our members, direct access to me as well. And now let's dive into the technicals, which are also very important. Okay, so you can see here that we have a big, this is the blue and yellow thing on the right side, a huge volume shelf that is between 39 and 60. Okay, and the highest volume you see at 55, to 46 area. So once that is broken out, we saw that a little bit of, testing of 60 levels, which is like the top of the volume shelf on the right side. And then once we break through that, you take Fibonacci levels, and you can see that 220 is the most extended Fibonacci level over the next couple of months. Okay, then I saw, okay, one technical analysis is not enough, because we need 2. Okay, so let's look into a chart pattern. Over the last couple of months, they formed a cup and handle. A cup and handle is something that is actually very bullish, because you can imagine it like a big cup, which is the first kind of curve. Then the handle is a smaller one, and then usually outbreaks, because the lower lows are represented by the handle of the cup, and this is usually quite bullish for a company and for a company chart, and this is about to break out as well. And then let's dive into another one. Okay, so everywhere you look into the chart of Bitmine, you see absolutely huge potential and value. So here you can see a huge bull flag, and once we break out with volume and with the end of year rally, I think that we see a lot of big price targets for Bitmine to achieve. Well, I'm not the biggest chart person. I believe that most important are news, sentiment, market momentum, and obviously that the company is doing well and growing. So I think that will be the main drivers. And the chart, if they're supporting it as well, then you have the huge squeeze to 250 and more in the end of the year. In my personal opinion, it's never financial advice. Make your own research, your own predictions, but I hope this helped you. Make sure to subscribe to both of my channels, and also remember that we have extended trading for you, okay? This is made for you to make money on the market. So check it out, schedule a call with me personally, and I see you tomorrow for a brand new video. And remember, the grass is greener always on the other side.